have my 11 by 14 stretched canvas here. I have already put a layer of acrylic gesso on this canvas and it has fully dried. And then now I have some retarder gel on my palette here, and I'm going to add some white paint directly to that. I want to get about equal amounts, and I want enough to cover my entire canvas. So I'm just going to mix that up with my palette knife. I have mixed my retarder gel and white paint, and I'm going to just apply it all over my canvas, and I want to be able to get it all over, so I'm just going to just scrape it right off. I'm just going to wipe off my palette knife, and I'm going to take a larger brush. This is a 2-inch flat brush, and I'm just going to start spreading that mixture that I made across the entire canvas here. I'm just running my brush over it one more time to kind of smooth that out. I want to think about what colors you want on your canvas, and I'm thinking I'm going to make this right side warm colors and then this left side some cool colors. So let's go ahead and just start adding some cool colors to this side. And I'm just going to let the paint drop right on to my canvas. This is just a ultramarine blue. Also got in aqua here. If you don't have this color, you can always mix green with blue and a little white, and you should be able to get this color. Now let's just also add some violet green. A little purple here. Just gonna add some purple right there. Going to add a little black to the corner over here. Oops. And scoop that up with my palette knife. Just apply it to this corner here, or the side. Now I'm going to come and add some warm colors to this side. Let's do some yellow. Got red. I want to put the red close to the yellow because I wanted to get some oranges too. But I don't have an orange, so I'm going to allow those to mix a little bit, and that should create an orange. I've got this metallic magenta here. Let's add a little of that. Some gold here that I'd like to add. I'm just going to add it to the edge over here. And also some white. I'm just going to add some white to the edges here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my palette knife, and really you can take something else, another tool of some sort. You can take like an old credit card or an old plastic card, or even like a piece of cardboard cut out. And I'm going to start using my palette knife and just kind of moving the paint around. And right now you see I'm just moving the blue paint. Then I'm going to kind of run it across into that other paint. And right now I'm just staying right on the cool colors. Although it has slightly touched the red here. And I'm just going outwards like this. I'm kind of just moving my palette life in each and every way. You don't really, there's no specific way I'm moving this. I'm kind of allowing some of the colors to mix, but I don't want to mix everything. I'm going to wipe off my palette knife, and I'm going into this red a little bit here. But notice I'm not going too much. Let's just start getting this yellow a little bit. Now this is mixing a lot right now. Let's get back to this gold and white. And I'm laying my palette knife pretty flat right now against the canvas. Just trying to get some cool colors in. Not fully mixing everything. Allowing the paint to just fall right off the canvas. And what I want to do is I want to take my palette knife. Let's just wipe it off. And let's make some cool, just interesting designs here. Cut right into the canvas. Maybe some circular motions. Now I want to take that same 2-inch brush, make sure it's dry, and you might have to squeeze it out. I'm squeezing out, I squeezed out this brush, and I'm also going to dry it, just slightly dry it. We don't want it sopping wet. It can be a little wet. And I'm going to start mixing the colors at the corners here. I want to add just a little more white to this side. Go ahead and just add that directly. Let it drop right onto the canvas. And I'm going to also get the corners and edges here. Notice I'm not going all the way to the middle. And if you want to get that corner all the way into those small grooves, just tap at it and it should get right into that white canvas. Now I'm going to rinse my brush again. just want to get some of that, the warm colors out. I'm going to squeeze my brush and get all the water out. And then dry that again. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to do that on this side as well. Just going to also getting the edges. Now I want to take a step back and just kind of look at my painting and see what I want to change about it. I kind of want to add a little bit more yellow over here. So let's just mix this in. You don't have to fully mix it in. And let it get into on this side a little bit. You don't want to mix it too much because that paint will turn brown. Let's go back and start making some of those designs that we had before right into here. A little more blue in here. Now I'm going to put a little red on my palette, and I'm going to dip a brush that kind of has thick bristles on it, and I'm just going to take some of that red paint and I'm going to hit it against my hand, and it's going to splatter right onto the canvas. You can do this with some other paints too, but you have to be careful. That splatter will get all over the place. You want to make sure that your table is covered. And I may have put a little too much paint right there. I can just mix that in with my palette knife, or we can leave it if you like the way it looks. I'm pretty much done here. I'm happy the way my painting turned out. I think I just want to brush this up and get rid of some of that white, or mix it in. And actually, that's looking pretty cool when I move it all across this left side of the canvas. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure some areas that have this white canvas showing through, where I don't want it to show through, I'm going to cover those. Over here it's okay, I did that intentionally, but right here in this bottom corner you can see that the canvas is showing through on the bottom as well, so I'm going to cover those up with some paint. we are done. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.